What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to Battleshock Wargaming Studio. In tonight's video, we're going to be playing Age of Sigmar, and it's going to be a really exciting one. Michael, who did we bring today?
Today we're going to be doing my Nighthaunt. We're going to be doing the Scarlet Doom subfaction. We're going to take them into David's Slaves to Darkness list. We've really had a great time playing Slaves to Darkness recently, but we just got done painting up some new models, and we want to get those on the table to showcase those for you guys.
Absolutely. If you're new to the channel, please take time to like, share, and subscribe. That really helps boost the algorithm and get this channel out to other people. And big shout out to all of our members. If you have not taken a look at our membership service, there'll be a link down below. You can hit the join button and take a look at the perks. We've just recently started doing extra battle reports for members, so there's already 3 or 4 battle reports in there for you to go ahead and check out. So take a look at that. And then there's also a link to our Discord down below. And we've got a pretty active Discord lately. We've got quite a few people in there. They do a lot of lists, tactics talk, a lot of hobby updates, and all kinds of fun stuff like that. And you get all of our general updates for the channel.
Huge shout out to the Baron of Dice. The Baron supplies all of the dice that we roll here on the show. And besides them rolling really well, they look really nice as well. He also is supplying us with these awesome objective markers, and they work in 40K as well as Age of Sigmar. They look really nice. They show up really nice on the table. So if you're interested, check out the link down below. Save yourself a couple bucks on your next order of dice.
All right, beautiful. Michael, let's go ahead and take a look at the armies, buddy.
Let's do it.
All right, let's take a look at the Despoilers subfaction of Slaves to Darkness. It's all about the Demon Princes. They get a command ability in addition to my general, and all monsters that are Despoilers get an extra 2 wounds. Here's my general, Chaos Lord on Karkadrak. He is going to be Mark of Slaanesh. He is going to have Master of Magic, Arcane Tome, and he is going to know Chaotic Conduit. Here is my Demon Prince, who has the command trait to give him +2 to wounds and make him a monster, which actually means he's +4 to wounds. So he's got 14 wounds. He's going to have the Trophy Rack, the Axe, and Mark of Nurgle. I've got a derpy Demon Prince from long, long ago. He is going to have the Mark of Undivided, and he is also going to be wielding that hefty axe with a Trophy Rack. I've got the Theridons. Are they good? We're going to find out. They can be quite punchy if they get to attack. 5 wounds, 5 up save, and they just look beautiful. We've got 1 reinforced unit of Chosen. They're not battle line. There's 10 of them. They do tons of damage. They can fight twice, once per battle, and they do mortal wounds to hit. I've got 1 unit of 10 Chaos Warriors to just run around and be tanky and maybe steal some objectives. This is my only unit of Galatian veterans in this list, so I won't be having any Expert Conquerors. I've got 2 units of 5 Knights, Mark of Slaanesh, so they can run and charge if they take a command from the general, and they roll their lowest charge dice to a 4, which is pretty dope. I've got a Horgas as an endless spell just to try to maybe make some ghosts run. That would be kind of funny. And that's it. So here are the dice that I'm going to be using today. That sigil is going to be a 6, and I love these. They look like little pieces of granite or marble. Love them. So there you have it, Despoilers subfaction. Let's go ahead and see what Michael brought today.
Back by popular demand, we have the Nighthaunt today. We're going to be taking the subfaction Scarlet Doom. This is going to be making my Blade Geist as battle line, and then they're going to get impact hits and do mortals on 5s when they charge. Let's take a look at the General today. General's going to be the Knight of Shrouds on the Ethereal Steed. He's going to be that exploding little mini boom thirster. He has the Spiteful Spirit command trait, and then the Soulfire Ring for some healing. If he takes any damage, he's going to explode some mortals. For our casters, we have a Guardian of Soul with his beacon there for +1 to wound aura, and then we have the Spirit Torment to going to be bringing back models after the combat phase. 3 flat models every turn is going to be great. We have Reichnor the Grimhealer. He's pretty bashy. He's really fast, 14-inch move with that mount, and then he's mostly here so that he can snuff a corpse candle and bring out an endless spell really easily. We have Kurdos, the Craven King. Now you guys know me, you know I have a love-hate relationship with Mr. Kurdos here, so we're going to see if we can actually get him to do something in this game. We have a unit of Chain Gas. These guys have a aura of +1 to hit, and they also throw their chains around and actually have a shooting attack. We have a unit of Banshees. This is an anti-magic unit. They have a 12-inch aura of eating a magic spell if it's cast near them. We have two units of Spirit Hosts. These are wound batteries for my heroes, and they're also going to be Expert Conquerors, counting for 3 on objectives. We have 2 units of 5 Hex Wraiths. These are going to be Bounty Hunters, extra damage against Relation Veterans, and they have that double move every movement phase. We have the big unit of Blade Geist Revenants. These guys are also Bounty Hunters. Bunch of attacks when they charge in, impacts mortals on 5s when they charge. For our Endless spell, we're taking the Swords. This is a great Endless spell. Roll 12 dice, mortals on 5s up, can't be ignored. These are the beautiful Nighthaunt dice that we're going to be rolling. We've seen these before. Those little ghosties are going to be 6s. That is the list. Let's take a look at the mission we're playing today. Before we take a look at the mission today, big shout out to all of our lords and commanders up here on our wall of heroes. Thank you guys so much for that little bit extra you do to help support the channel. It means the world to us. David, let's take a look at the mission. We're playing the Prize of Galette today. This is your standard hold 1, hold 2, hold more mission. We're going to be scoring points for battle tactics achieved and our grand strategies. Now, the special rule for this mission is the Amber Bone Deposits. And what this means is that objectives can only be scored for victory points after they've been activated. And at the start of each battle round, after players have determined who takes the first turn, the player who will take the second turn must pick one objective on the battlefield to be activated. Now, David, I'm going to be doing take what's there, so I have to have more of my models in your deployment zone than you do at the end of the mission. And then what are you doing for your grand strat?
I'm going to do no place for the weak, so I am going to destroy all of your battle line.
That sounds doable with your damage output. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Let's see who has initiative.
We are back to start battle round 1. I was less drops than Michael, so I decided to give him the turn. We had a couple pre-battle abilities that we had to go ahead and do. Michael, what did you do for your pre-battle ability?
I picked up 3 units and put them into the underworld. So the Craven King.
Yep.
He's got a battery of Spirit Hosts to hang out with him. And then I don't think my Banshees are going to be that effective this game, so they're going to go into reserve so I can try and do a battle tactic with them later on. So they're there. What did you do?
I rolled for my Chosen because they get to roll an Eye of the Gods. They roll 1 dice, they add 2 to the roll. I rolled a 5, which ended up being a 7, and that means that they have a 6-up ward until the end of the battle. Usually, you want to get the 6, so you can get +1 to Ren for the rest of the battle. But in this battle, if I would have rolled that, it would have sucked because it wouldn't have done anything. So that's cool. So now I effectively have a 6-up ward with them, and then I've got 5-up mortal wound saves for pretty much everything else on the board aside from the Theridons, and then the Demon Princes have a kitted in 6-up ward as well. So just gives them a little bit more stability, which is nice. So you've seen what we've done pre-battle, you've seen the lists, you know what we're taking for the armies today. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win this battle, Nighthaunt versus Despoilers? And let's get right into your turn, buddy. What are you going to do for your battle tactic?
Battle tactic is going to be against the odds.
Yep.
We're just going to hold this one here with these guys right there.
Okay,
and
chain
then,
gassed.
And then you activated a objective. So
Yep.
this is the active objective right now.
Yes, it is.
So I need to throw something on that to claim it. And we're going to get into casting, or we're going to get into heroic actions, rather.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to try and get a commandular point with my general.
Okay.
The Guardian, not the Guardian. He doesn't get it. The Knight of Shrouds is the general.
Cool. Will you hand me one of those dice, since you got long arms?
I do.
Cool. I'm going to try to get a command point with my general. I don't.
None for you.
Cool.
I'm going to try and cast Seal from the Guardian.
I can't unbind, and you're on arcane terrain, so you're +1. Have fun.
Let's see. I'm going to put it on these Hex Raids right here
Okay.
because they're my screen.
On a 9.
It goes off.
Goes off. So they'll have seal. I'll give them a button.
And then Reignor, he could bring out the Endless spell. It's not going to hit anything, and then David's probably going to dispel it in his turn. So I'm actually just going to hold on to that for now. So Reignor's not going to cast anything because all of his stuff is really, really close. Wraith Storm, Lifestealer, all of those are pretty close.
All right. Sounds good.
That's it for hero phase. We can go right into movement.
We'll be back in a moment to show you what Michael did with his movement phase. Michael, we're back from your movement phase. Tell me what you did, starting with the Hex Race.
The Hex Ray is moved up and just barely tagged onto that point, scoring it, which is nice. And then the rest of my army, the Death Ball, scrunched in a little bit closer. Mostly because we're trying to keep out of that threat range of his cavalry.
Yes.
This guy is way too far out. Cheating! Okay, there we go.
Oh, he's coherent again.
Now we're coherent.
Nice. Yeah, so Hex Race as the screen, right?
Right. General as a screen on the side. Hero as a screen on the other side, as David would approve.
Oh yeah, screen with your heroes.
But I'm trying to make that decision for David to come in really hard. Not a good one. So we might be cagey for the first couple turns, and then cage turn 3 and 4, it's really going to go off.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's your move. Let's take a look at the Slaves of Darkness. We got Karkadrak on the outside of the flank. I also screen with my heroes, which is a great thing to do. I've got horses set up for counter-strike, 1 unit of galley vets. That looks like Be'lakor, but it's not. It's the new Demon Prince, and he's got 14 wounds, which is glorious. We've got the Theridons chosen behind them, Knights on the flank, and another Demon Prince. And they all have trophy racks, so they're all in a ignore battle shock bubble, which is handy against Nighthaunt. Let's go ahead and score Michael up. Michael, we're back from your turn. Very conservative. That's exactly how I would play if I was made to go first. So tell me, how many points did you score?
Score 4 points. I control 1, therefore more, and I completed my battle tactic of Against the Odds. That's 4 to 0, and we're getting into Slaves of Darkness, bottom turn 1. What is your battle tactic going to be?
My battle tactic is going to be Lust for Power.
Ooh.
So if I gain control of an objective that was previously controlled by my opponent, I get to roll on the Eye of the Gods table. If I roll on the Eye of the Gods table in this turn, I complete Lust for Power. So that's what I'm going to do.
Nice.
And for heroic actions, I am just trying to get a command point, man.
Seems good.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get a command point.
With the big
On a
dice?
4 up, it goes off.
Wow.
You didn't think I was going to roll that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I really like the big dice, by the way.
Yes. If you haven't seen these yet, these are some hilarious dice that I got from our local game store here in Kelso, Washington. And they're amazing. I love them. And they're thick.
They're thick dice.
Yeah, they're the thickness.
I thought they were going to be hollow.
Yeah, but it's like
you
heavy.
could really clobber somebody with
Yeah,
this.
it could be a murder weapon if you wanted it to be. All right, what are you going to do for your battle tactic?
We're going to try and get let's just go ahead and get a command point with the Grimhaler.
He gets it. You have so many command points. That's great. I am going to attempt to cast Mystic Shield, and I'm going to put that on my Chaos Warriors.
Go ahead.
That's 11. I'm going to keep it.
Let's try and deny with the Grimhaler. You got it.
Okay, that is everything. So let's go ahead and get into my movement phase, and we'll show you what I did.
David, you've completed your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on over here.
I started by auto-running the warriors to get them all on that objective so I can seize it. And I just barely moved my Karkadrak onto the objective so he can roll on Eye of the Gods table. That's going to allow me to complete my battle tactic. Behind them, I shuffled some knights up forward. They're just hanging out for a counter charge. They're standing next to my Demon Prince, who has monster keyword and 4 extra wounds. And he's wholly within 9, hopefully, if he doesn't get moved too much.
Oh, I'm going to move him all over the place.
He's
so
wholly within
cool.
9 of my Chaos Warriors, so they can ignore bravery because of the no inspiring presence that comes with playing against Nighthaunt. Theridon's walked forward to just get the center objective. And then the Chaos Chosen just walked forward right behind them. I'm not in a big hurry to get them in. They're more of a late game piece. And then these knights are just standing on the edge of this objective. I went ahead and ran them just to kind of start turning on all the objectives early, so when they get activated, I can start scoring. And then the last thing is my other Demon Prince right here ran a mighty 1 inch and moved 9 inches. So the Chaos Chosen and the Ogroid Theridons are wholly within 9 of him because of his trophy rack. So I'm taking trophy racks, guys, so the Demon Princes don't actually move 12, they move 8. But everything wholly within 9 of them ignores Battle Shock, which is really, really nice. So that's it. I'm going to seize that objective. I'm going to get onto the hero cam. We'll roll on the Eye of the Gods table, and we'll score me up.
David, you have completed your turn. I love these very cagey, fast turns that we do, turns 1 and 2.
We're just building. We're anticipating the battle. We're playing like you would in a tournament. You're not trying to eviscerate your opponent. You're trying to max points, right?
Right.
And this is as many points as I possibly could have gotten this turn, so that's what I did.
And it leaves me in a tough position next turn where I don't get to do a whole lot.
Right.
But we get to do a fun thing right now. You get to roll on Eye of the Gods and turn your Karkadrak into a spawn for me.
Yes. Hopefully I'll turn into a spawn just for Michael's pleasure.
Yeah, and yours. Comment down
I
below.
don't really want to turn into a demon prince either. I just want to stay a Karkadrak.
Oh.
But regardless, I'm going to complete my battle tactic, and I hold 1 and more, so I'm going to get 4 points.
Right.
So the score is currently 4-4. Let's see what we get. That's a 4.
Which is nothing, right?
A 4 is not. Oh, it is a nothing. Yes, because I would heal D3. But if I'm not wounded, I treat it as snubbed by the gods. So
Right.
I got snubbed. Damn you! So that's it. So the score is 4-4, and we're going to get into a roll-off. This is an interesting one. Michael went first, so he breaks ties. Let's see what happens. Okay, Michael breaks ties.
Let's see, I'm going to hand the turn off to you.
Okay.
That way I get to activate, and I feel like that puts you in a worse position.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna snap off, and we'll come back for Nighthaunt, turn 2.
All right.
Not Nighthaunt, Slaves of Darkness.
Slaves of Darkness.
That's it.
Turn 2. We are back for the top of Battle Round 2. Michael gave me the turn and activated his own home objective, which is exactly what I wanted to do. I'm going to do Desecrate their lands, and I'm going to desecrate these lands right here. For my heroic action, I am going to try to get a command point. I get it.
And then let's get a command point with the general on the Knight Shrouds. He gets it. Yeah, it's important when you get into a pool, you know, you just kind of, you dip your toes in, David. You don't jump in all the way.
Yes. Oh, this is, sorry. I thought you were handing me a command point, and I'm like, what command point? Like, you don't have a command point.
You want to do any casting?
Of course I want to do casting. I'm going to do Mystic Shield.
Mystic Shield.
On the Warriors, and I can re-roll this because I'm Master of Magic. It's a 7.
You want to re-roll it?
Nope.
Be greedy.
Nope, I'm just going to stick to it.
Let's try and dispel right here. With a 7. You're good to go.
Okay, cool. I'll just leave their button on them. And that's going to be all my hero phase stuff. So let's get into a quick movement phase, and we'll show you what it did.
David, you've completed your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on over here.
The Knights just shuffled over a little bit. They fight in 2 ranks, so I want them to be in a little death ball for if they get charged.
Nice.
And they're within 3 inches, just within 3 inches of this terrain, so I can desecrate their lands. Michael was unable to redeploy and get closer because I am too far away. Over here, I've got another little ball of death.
Ooh.
It's going to be a Demon Prince, some Ogroid Theridons, and some Chaos Chosen, just waiting for when the time is right. And then on the activated objective, we've got my Demon Prince, who's a monster.
Yep.
So that's 5 models on the objective there. We've got 10 Chaos Warriors with Mystic Shield, screening, and then we've got 4 horses and the Karkadrak in the back for a counter charge. So that's what's going on.
Any charges, David?
No, we're not going to do any charges. I'm just going to take my points and make it hard for you to outscore me in this battle round, and then we'll see what happens in battle round 3. So let's get on the hero cam.
David, you've completed your turn. It was another short one.
Yeah.
How'd you score?
I scored 3 points.
Right.
I couldn't get more because you activated your own objective and you have 1,000 models on it.
I do.
Desecrate was super easy. So I just went ahead and did that just to get that out of the way. Things are looking pretty good. I've got a bunch of models on that objective over there, so you'll have to commit if you want to take it. And yeah, that's it. So let's go ahead and get into your turn, brother. The score is 7-4, by the way.
Right.
What are you going to do for your battle tactic?
I am also going to desecrate.
Yes.
Because I have these ladies right here in reserve, and they
Beautiful.
can come down, and there's 3 choices of terrain. So we're good to go there. So we have a little bit of casting.
Okay.
Let's do from right here, from the Guardian.
Okay. Let's do heroic actions first.
Sure, we should probably do that.
Okay.
Let's get a command point with the Knight. None for him.
Okay, and the only reason I say that is because I want to make this Demon Prince a wizard so I can try to unbind him and also have an unbind with my general.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So let's try and cast right here. Let's do Seal again for that 5-up board.
Seal of Sheesh.
There's 11.
I mean, I've got an unbind,
Might
so
as
I might as
well.
well try to roll boxcars. Nope.
Nope.
Goes off, so Seal goes off.
Okay. Reichner is going to snuff a corpse candle on himself.
Okay.
Let's see if he, yep, he takes it. So when he suffers it, he gets +3 to his casting roll. And now he's going to try and bring out the,
Quicksilvers.
thank you, the Quicksilver swords. So that's an 8, 9, 10, 11.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay, because you are the Master of Magic.
Nope, goes off. So the Quicksilver swords come out.
Out they come. They come out 6 inches. So we summon the swords right here.
Yep.
And now we're just going to move them. All right, so those are sitting right there. That's good for next turn. That's it, my friend.
All right, let's get into Michael's movement phase, and we'll be back to show you what he did. Michael, you finished your movement phase. Tell me what you did, starting with your general.
So the Knight of Shrouds moved onto the point outside of 3 of those knights. He's accompanied by his hex rays right next to him. David rolled a redeploy. He rolled 6, but you only moved
4.
4.
Yeah, because I have all 4 of these knights on that objective.
Right.
Yeah, just barely. You can kind of see that I'm just barely touching them. So that way I still have 5 to his 5. So he's got to get his charge with the hex race off to steal that objective. And then
at the end of movement phase, Kurdosh jumped down into this hole. So he's going to fill a gap. And then he also has some counter charge here. We created a new screen.
Hex race screen.
So that my ball of death is mostly safe from David's ball of death.
Yes, they're waiting. Okay.
And then this is a very weak screen over here, but we have David spread out just a little bit. These chain gas are holding the pass against the Slaves of Darkness.
Hold.
That's about it. We do have one really terrible shooting attack, and we're going to take it. All right, we have this one chain gas, 2 shots into the Warriors. No hits. Wonderful. Let's move to charges.
Let's get over to charges. In the distance, some nightmares loom. We're staring at the Nighthaunt General and his unit of trusty hex wraiths. Who are you going to charge first, Michael?
Hex rays first.
Okay.
Looking for a 7. Roll a 7.
You got a 7. Well, now I'm -1 to hit. Ah, shucks.
See, on a 2-up, David, we're going to do D3 mortals.
Okay. Okay. For
3
3
mortals.
5s. 1 horse goes down. Okay, I am shrieked because of Michael's charge, so I'm -1 to hit. Let's see what happens next.
Knight of Shrouds coming in. Let's go, Billy. Nope. All right. Let's spend a command point. Let's reroll it. 7-inch re-rolling.
You can do it.
Yes!
There you go. 11.
Now, you think, David, that I would fight last you, but I don't need to fight last you.
-to armor save.
I'm going to minus to armor save because the Knight of Shrouds gets to activate and then tell a summonable unit to activate. So I'll get to chain.
Yeah, so you get to do everything.
I get to do everything.
You get to have the best time ever with some
time
hex
ever.
rates.
So let's go stun for your -1.
Okay, I'm like, just very scared. Okay, let's go ahead and get a little bit closer so we can see the action. All right, Michael, Knight of Shrouds going into my horses.
So, Lord of the Geist, once per battle round, this unit can issue the all-out attack command to a friendly Nighthaunt summonable without the command being spent.
Sure.
So he's going to do that when the hex rays activate.
Okay.
In the combat phase, when you pick this unit to fight for the first time in that phase, pick one friendly summonable Nighthaunt unit wholly within 12 of this unit that has not yet fought in that phase. That Nighthaunt summonable unit can fight one after the other in the order of your choice. So let's activate the Knight of Shrouds with his Sword of the Stolen Hours.
Okay, I am going to do an all-out defense, so I'm back to my 3-up armor save before rend.
Okay. I'm actually going to do the Ghostly Hooves and Teeth first.
Okay.
Here we go. 1 hit.
Okay.
1 wound. -1 to your save.
And I saved it.
Nicely done. Now, let's do his Sword of the Stolen Hours. 3s and 3s.
Nice, 2 auto
Nice.
hits, and everything hits.
Okay, so these are Rend 1.
Okay. 4s. I failed all 4 of them.
Wow, they're 2 damage piece.
Okay.
So we're going to activate with the Hex Raids. We have 4 in. The Knight of Shrouds is going to tell them to all-out attack, and he gets to do this for free because of the Lord of the Geist. So we have 9 attacks with the Spectral Scythes. These are going to be 2s and 3s.
1 auto.
And then we're looking for 3s. So you have 4 wounds, and these are Rend 1.
I failed 3.
Single damage.
Okay. So 1 horse goes down, and then the banner bearer is left on a wound.
And then we have the hooves and teeth.
The mighty hooves.
We have 8 hooves here. These are on 3s.
1 auto wound.
And these are on 4s. Wow. So let's go 5 more saves, David.
Okay. He's dead.
Wow. We did it.
Very nice attack.
We got the unit.
Got some knights, and we don't have any other fighting to do.
No, at the end of combat, the Knight of Shrouds gets to heal because he killed something with his thing, with his sword. But more importantly, his wound characteristics actually goes up.
Cool. So now he has 7.
He's
right?
up to 7.
Beautiful. All right. Well, that was very effective. I like how you were surgical in your attack and you were able to clear that objective on the other side without losing anything for it. So that was really, really nice. Let's go ahead and get onto the hero cam and we'll let you know how many points Michael scored. We're back for Michael's turn. Michael, how many points did you score, buddy?
3 points. So we hold 1 objective, and we desecrated their lands back there with the Banshees. That's about it. Our castle is nice and intact.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and you lifted a 230-point unit and didn't take any damage. So.
No damage taken, so that's great.
That was a really, really good play. So let's go ahead and get into the roll-off. Michael gave me turns, so I'm going to break ties. Let's see what happens.
Oop.
Okay, I break ties. I'm going to have to think about this turn because of the Prize of Galette that we're playing. I want to figure out how I can maximize right here. So we'll be right back to let you know who's going first. Battle round 3, Mystery Army.
We're back. David has thought and thought. And David, what'd you think? What are we doing?
I decided that I'm going to give you the turn because I don't want to open you up for a double turn, and I also don't want you to activate an objective.
Very important.
And this objective could have been activated, and you cleared out my beefy Knights unit that ended up not being so beefy with a lot of defense and all that stuff. So yeah, so I decided to go ahead and give Michael the turn. I activated my back objective, so I'm holding it strong right now. And we're going to go ahead and get into your battle tactic. What are you going to do?
I'm actually going to Finest Hour. Do I need to Finest Hour?
What's your battle tactic, though?
I should Battle Tactic.
Yeah, what's your battle tactic?
Battle Tactic's going to be Barge Through. Easy peasy, because I have these Spirit Hosts that can drop down anywhere.
Cool.
And I already have those ladies behind there. So I'm going to do Heroic Recovery right here.
Okay.
Yep. So he's back to full health.
Okay, cool. I'm going to do Finest Hour with my dude right here.
You would.
And then I'm going to try to get rid of the Quicksilver Swords.
Go for it.
Gonzo.
Oh, they're Gonzo.
Okay. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I shall do my casting. Let's get, from this Guardian, let's do Seal right here.
Okay, seal on that man. Goes off.
That's neat. And then I think the Grim Hailer is out of position for any of his casts. So he's going to stand there. Let's actually do an Arcane Bolt.
Yes. Arcane Bolt on Reichnor. Goes off.
He's got 1.
I'll give him the Arcane Bolt button. Okay. Any other hero face stuff?
That's it.
All right, let's get into movement and we'll show you what Michael did. Michael, ghosts are swarming the battlefield. Tell me what you did, starting with your Deep Strikers.
So Spirit Hosts drop down. We're like 9.5, 10 inches out here. The idea is we barge through.
Yep.
And once he moves these guys off the point to actually engage with my army, I should be able to sneak in and try and steal that objective from him. So
yeah,
like
it's a good amount of pressure that you're putting on me, which is nice.
I'm playing Hero Hammer, so I've surrounded his Demon Prince and the Therodons with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heroes.
Yep.
And I want to send all of them in to just kind of eat that screen and keep my Death Wall alive. Now, we did forget to roll for his special rule.
Yep, steal a command point on a 5-up each battle round, and he did.
I did.
So I'm down to 1 command point because I threw a redeploy with the Chosen just to keep them out of the action for this turn. They'd like to go in and kill some heroes in a little bit. And then let's go to the very back.
Oh yeah. Why play with the Scarlet Doom when I can just leave them in the back being threatening?
I feel you. So yeah, that's a play. One of us is going to pull the trigger eventually. And then on the far side, you did a double move with the Hex Race to throw up a wide screen, correct?
Correct. That way you can't swing around. You're going to have to go into the middle of everything. Yeah,
no swinging around. You got to go through. Yep, so that was a pretty good play. And then you've got your chain gas, and I'm sure they can shoot. So how's about we get set up?
They ran, so no shooting for them.
Oh, how's about we don't shoot, and let's just get set up for charges.
Let's do it.
We're looking at Reichnor, the Spirit Hosts, and Kurdos, the Craven King. Who are you going to charge first?
So let's go with Reichnor.
Okay.
4? I don't think that's enough, David. do you want to waste the reroll at the beginning? You know?
That's a tough choice. Maybe you should stop rolling my dice.
Oh, I did. Okay,
Just
so
kidding.
let's do the reroll.
Okay.
I would like him in.
Okay,
Okay,
6 is
so
good.
he's in.
I -1 to hit, because that's the only option. So I'll give him a shriek.
The spirit host ran, so they're going to stay there.
Okay.
So let's go in with Kurdos.
Kurdos, the Craven King.
He rolled a 5. 5 should be enough to get to this guy right here.
Yep, 5's good.
So no other choice but another -1 hit.
Okay, so they're -1 to hit. But I can't do all-out attack because they'll still be -1 to hit. Because they're shrieked 2 times. All right, we're looking at Hex Race and at the General. They're 3 inches away from stuff. Who are you going to charge first?
Let's go with the general.
Okay. 7.
7.
Okay. You're going to throw him in, I'm guessing. And he's going to be -1 hit.
Yep. Hex ray is going in.
There you go.
There's that fight last.
You got your fight last.
Um,
Looks like you're trying to set up a fight last on the Theridons.
That's correct.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. They're going to be petrified, so they strike last.
right. So the reason to do that is so that I can activate pretty much all of my stuff before you do, because he'll get to go, they'll get to go, and then they get to go before the Theridons do. So all of my stuff will get to fight before you do. You know what we need to do though before we start swinging? We should probably do our impact hits.
Okay, impact
From the
hits
horses.
into the Demon Prince.
Yes.
Okay,
For 3 mortals.
6s. Nope, he takes 3.
So let's activate with the general. He's got his Sword of the Stolen Hours.
All right, I will use my final command point
Okay.
for all-out defense.
Excellent. So let's do 5 attacks.
Okay,
These are going to be 3s and 2s.
1 auto wound.
And then 2s. Oh no.
Okay,
So only 2 at Ren 1, sir.
okay, I'm on a 2-up save. I failed 1.
2 damage.
Okay, 6-up ward. I failed him.
And then his horse. 1 wound from the horse. Take your 2-up save.
I shall. We're good.
Okay. Now, because of the Lord of the Geist, we are going to activate the Hex Wraiths, and we're going to give them all-out attack for free.
Okay.
Excellent. So 3, 6, 7, 8 wounds, David.
Shrug takes 2, and then shrugs none. So he's suffered 7.
All right, come on, horsies.
Do it, horses.
Do it! No auto wounds. 3 wounds from the horses, David.
I'm good.
You're good.
Okay, I'm gonna swing into the Hex Race with the Demon Prince. I want to get bang for my buck.
Yeah.
So he's got 5 attacks. This is 4s and 3s because of your debuff. So let's see what we get. 1 hit.
Well,
1 wound. -2,
Okay.
which you don't care about.
whoop.
We got us a horse, but you have wards.
How many damage? Just 2 damage?
Yep.
Okay, 1 horse dies.
Now you get to activate with your other 2 units, and if I have anything left alive, I'll get to fight. So I'm going to do a couple combat abilities. So let's look at these guys, and then I'll tell you what they are. Okay, the Oroid Theridons have a once per battle ability. This is called Unleash Savagery. Once per battle, when this unit's picked to fight, you can say they will unleash their savagery. If you do so, add 1 of the attack characteristics. I'm saying that I'm going to activate it now because they're probably going to die. But I don't have to do it until I activate them, actually. And then I add 1 to wound rolls for attacks made with melee weapons by this unit if any wounds or mortal wounds were allocated to it earlier in the same phase. So let's just see what happens. Who are you going to start with?
Let's look at Kurdos first.
Okay. Yep.
So these are going to be hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hitting on 2s.
1 auto
one
wound.
auto, and then 3s.
Okay.
So 3 wounds. These are Ren 3,
Okay. And so they go through.
and they're 3 damage piece.
Okay. So that's 9 damage. So that kills 1 Ogroid. And then another one takes 4 wounds.
Now his Spectral Claws. Oh goodness. 3s hit on these. We got 2 auto wounds.
Okay.
And then we're looking for 4s. So take 3 at -1.
Take them.
1 damage piece.
Okay. You got 3 wounds left to do. Can Reichnor do it?
Can Reichnor do it? Let's see. He has 5 attacks with the Fell Reaper. He adds 1 to hit and wounds if he's going against a priest or wizard, which these guys are not. So these are going to be 2s and 3s, just like Reichnoir.
Very nice. And they're -2 Ren, correct?
They are.
Okay. So you got the unit.
Yeah, because those are 2 damage apiece.
All right, let's get into the let's get onto the hero cam, and we will score Michael up. Michael, we're back from your turn. How many points did you score, bro?
Only 3. I completed my battle tactic, which was barge through. I'm going to miss that when it's gone. And then I only hold 1 point.
Yep.
So that's 3. That puts me in my 7 or 10 to your 7.
Yep, 10 to my 7.
Getting into your turn, and I think this is going to be your turn. What is your battle tactic?
Eye for an eye.
Okay. Yep. Kill a unit.
Yes.
You're set up to do that.
I'm very set up to do that, yes. I'm going to do eye for an eye. I have lots of units that are like 3 inches away from other units.
Yep.
So that's what I'm going to do. I forgot he was +1 to wound, but it didn't matter. He only hit with 1 anyway, and he wounded with it, and then he killed a horse. So non-issue. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to do eye for an eye for my battle tactic. For my heroic action, I'm going to let this undivided demon prince strike first.
Nice.
So he'll get to do something before he dies. And he doesn't bracket, which is nice. And then we're going to get into casting. I am going to cast...
Before you think about that, I'm going to do a heroic action.
Okay.
And I am going to try and get a command point with Kurdos.
Okay.
He got 1. All right, go ahead. Cast away, my friend.
Okay, I am going to try to cast... Let's cast Mystic Shield on some horses.
Ooh.
That's a 7. I'm going to keep it.
Okay, let's try to dispel here with 8.
On an 8. Very nice.
None for you.
Cool. Let's go ahead and get into movement phase, and we'll be right back to show you what I did.
David, you've completed your movement phase. Walk us through what you got going on, because it looks like you just moved 3 inches forward.
I did. I moved my cavalry a little bit more, but let's start on the far right side. The warriors are standing there. I'm wondering whether or not I want to charge with them. I'm going to think about it. The Demon Prince, that's a monster and has 4 extra wounds because of Despoilers subfaction, didn't move. The Karkadrak, he is taken under his wing.
Literally.
He ran, so there he is. And then the Knights just walked. And then in the very back, the Chosen walked 5 inches laterally, and they're going to try to blanket some Hex Rays. All right, top of the combat phase, I'm going to use a command point so I can charge my Karkadrak even though he ran. That's a Slanesh ability that I can do. And he's going to be +1 to charge because of the Slanesh mark. But first, we're going to charge some Knights. The Knights roll their lowest dice to a 4, and they are +1 as well. So we're going to be looking at a 6-inch minimum. Let's see what we get.
Oh.
Thank goodness for that 6-inch minimum. They're going to go straight into Reichnoir the Grimhailer. Let's move them in. Michael, it's really nice when you roll snake eyes and you still get in.
Yeah, I was scared for you, but there you were. Going in with Karkadrak?
Yeah, he's +1. 8. We'll move in. The Karkadrak has Brutish Rampage, so when he charges, every enemy unit within an inch takes D3 mortal wounds on a 2-up. Okay. So we're going to go into the Hex Race. Nope. And then we're going to go into Reichnoir. Yes, Reichnoir is going to take 3 mortal wounds.
So we're going to push those to... On 3-ups, we'll push them over.
Okay.
Okay, so Reichnoir takes 1, and then the Spirits take 2.
Excellent. Let's continue on with charges. Let's go look at the Chosen. Chosen charging. They're 3 inches away. That's 6. I saw that 1 and I freaked out a little bit, Michael.
I panicked for you as well.
All right, Michael. Bellacore Jr. is going to charge. He gets an 11.
Goodness.
Yeah, let's leave the Knights, the Warriors out, because I don't want you to spike and kill a bunch of them, even though it's unlikely. Michael, let's stomp some Hex Wraiths.
Stomp away.
Okay, we're good. 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, 5s. Tell them.
Oh, shoot, I forgot they had Seal.
They do, yeah. Whoop.
Okay, there's some crazy shit that's about to happen, Michael, so I'm going to talk about it on the main cam after I get lined up on the Karkadrak and the Knights. All right, so here we are getting ready to start the combat phase. Now, a lot is going on, so I'm going to talk about it. The Demon Prince has Strike First, because I did that as a heroic action. My Karkadrak has Strike First when he charges, and then he can pick a unit of Knights that is wholly within 12 of him to also benefit from strike first, and then we'll have our first activation. So the way this is going to go is I'm going to fire up the Karkadrak, Knights, and the Demon Prince in the order of my choosing, and then I'm going to activate my first unit, which is going to be the Chosen.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the Karkadrak. Michael, the Karkadrak has a Hex Battle Axe. It's going to be 4 attacks, 3s and 3s.
Okay, everything into Mr. Reichnor.
Everything into Reichnor, yes. And I don't think I'm going to try to like Tokyo Drift or anything like that. So let's just fight right into him. 3s and 3s.
Okay.
2 hit. Nothing.
Cool.
He did that last night when I was playing it too. Then we got 3 Demon Blades, 3s, and 3s. Okay, make a save.
Failed it.
1 damage.
He's going to push it to a Spirit Host. Nope,
Okay.
he takes it.
Okay. And then we're going to do the Tearing Horns and Claws. This is going to be 4s and 3s.
Keep going.
1 hit. 1 wound.
1 wound, 4 up. Here we go. Nope.
Okay, 2 damage.
2 damage. Let's push him. 3s. He takes 1.
And 1 Spirit Host blows up. The Karkadrak is done. Let's go ahead and get into the Knights. Okay, Michael, the Chaos Knights are going to put all of their attacks into Reichnor the Grimhailer. This is going to be 3 attacks apiece plus the leader. So we're looking at 16 attacks.
Okay.
3, 6, 9, 12, 14,
What's the range?
15, 16.
Oh, because this guy can fight
They fight in 2 ranks.
through here, through there. Got
Yep.
it.
These 2 models are within a ½ inch, so the 3 that are behind can swing with just their lances.
Got it.
And then all of the hooves, 2 of the hooves are going to go into Reichnor, and the last hoof is going to go into Kurdos. Let's see if I can do a damage.
Sure.
Okay, so this is 4s and 3s. 3s. 2, 4, 6, 7 saves. 2 damage apiece.
Okay, so
8 damage.
8 damage. We want to push those. 3s. Okay, so he takes 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 1 wound left, and then another
Host goes away, and then
host, and that
he has 1 wound left.
1 wound left.
So the hooves, we're going to do 4 hooves into Reichnor. 4s, 4s. 1 save.
Okay, make a save, Reichnor. Come on, buddy. Yeah, you made it.
Nice, you made a save. Very good. Knights are done fighting. Let's go ahead and go over to the Demon Prince.
All right, Demon Prince into the Hex Rays.
3s and 3s.
We're going to, I think this is where we do our command point to do
Discorporate?
Discorporate.
Okay.
And give them a 5 up ward.
Okay, 3s and 3s. Make 3 saves.
Cool. 4s. Failed 1.
2 damage.
5s. Okay, the other horse goes down.
Now, Michael, I'm done with my fight first stuff, so now I'm going to pile in with the Chosen, and we'll fight with them. Okay, Michael, I am going to activate with the Chosen. I'm going to use my once per battle ability to let them pile in and fight after they have fought, if that makes sense.
Sure, so they're
But the strike last effect applies.
right, they get to fight twice, but the second fight, they fight last.
Yeah, so we're just going to finish off the Hex Race right now.
Go for it.
So this is 3s and 3s. This is 25 dice, and then I'll have 6 more attacks. So the Hex Race take 5 mortal wounds in addition to normal damage.
Cool.
And then they have 11 saves to make.
Goodness.
And then we'll do 6 more attacks. Murder Ball! They take 2 more mortal wounds in addition to normal damage. And then 2 more wounds. So you've got 13 wounds. And then before you roll, all of these are in addition to normal damage.
Yep.
So 3s to wound.
Oh, okay.
So you've got, did you put your mortals to the side?
Yeah, they're to the
Okay,
side.
you've got 6 more saves. So you've got 19 saves and then however many mortals.
Here we go. 4s. This is going to be a lot of damage.
It'll be a few damage.
Because these are all 2 damage piece.
Correct.
And I rolled way worse than average.
Okay, so those are 2 damage apiece.
Yep.
So you took 27 damage.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's a fistful of dice. They're dead.
All right, man.
Cool.
Michael gets to activate now.
I do.
So we'll figure that out and we'll be talking in a second.
4 attacks from the Hex Raids into your Demon Prince. Hook. They'll hit.
Okay, you're +1 to hit because of your chain gas.
3 wounds. Ren, 1 wound, sir.
4s. And then 6s. Okay, he takes 2 wounds.
And the horsies, get him.
4s.
3s because of the chain gas.
Oh, gotcha.
1 more.
Saved it.
Okay. You want to swing back with him?
Yeah, let's do it. This is going to be 3s and 3s.
It was better than last time.
Yeah.
Much better.
Make 4 saves.
4 saves. Let's mix some 4 up. Here we go.
2 damage.
2 damage. 5s.
Nice.
Take a wound.
Take a wound.
So let's activate Reichner
Okay.
into the Knights. We got
Okay.
5 attacks with Spell Reaper, and these are going to be 2s and 2s.
Okay.
Here we go. 1 auto wound.
Okay.
And those all wound. So take 5 at -2.
I save 2, so that's 6 damage, right?
Yes, they're 2 damage apiece.
Oof.
And then we got some from the horse. The horse has 3 attacks, 2 hits, 2 wounds. No rend.
Save those.
Okay. So Kronos has to pile into the closest, which is the demon.
Mm-hmm.
So let's fight that guy.
My Demon Prince on 3 wounds. He may not be long for this world.
Let's do 5s.
Okay.
5 attacks here. Yeah, I'm going to all-out attack right here.
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, 1 auto wound, and these are wound on 2s. So 3 wounds, rend 3.
6s. Shrug 1. Takes 6 damage. 6s. He dead. Nice pop.
So we still have 5 attacks.
Okay.
These are going to be 3s and 2s.
New ace.
Here we go for 2s. Only 2 at -1.
I failed him.
2 damage apiece.
Okay, that's 4 damage. Then I got a 6-up ward, and I shrug 2 of them.
Okay.
So I take 2 damage.
And then the horse. Nothing.
Okie dokie. I think you're done fighting with everything. Nope. You've got chain gas.
Oh my goodness, I do.
Yeah. Chain gas?
If I had activated with them, like Nor could have had it as +1 hit. So let's go 4 attacks with the ghost flails, hitting on 3s, 1 on a wound,
Okay.
and then wound on 3s. So 2 wounds at -2.
I failed him.
They're single damage.
The Chosen are going to do their thing again. There's 7 of them. So that's 21 attacks. Leader's out. All right. 3s and 3s. That's 4 mortals.
Yep, I got them over there.
Okay. Come on, little hands. You can do it, little hands. Okay, make 8 saves, and then you've got 4 mortals.
This is not good. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna.
14 damage.
He's not gonna make it.
Stay strong, little roots. If you roll 8 6s right now, you're a god.
Nope.
No.
Not even close.
No, okay.
David,
Oh.
you didn't let him do his thing.
Boop.
Ugh.
Yeah, but I left other things in pretty good shape. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the turn. So let's get on to the hero cam and we'll talk about it.
Slaves to Darkness have completed their turn. David, how'd you score?
I scored good. Hold 1, 2 more, completed my battle tactic, so I got 5 points.
Right.
So the score is currently 12 to 10.
Yep.
And I didn't get everything that I wanted out of the turn. I got the Hex Race and the General, which is good for your command point production.
Yep.
I left Reichner on 1 wound, which is a bummer.
Yep.
You were able to heal this Spirit Host
Yep.
to full health with this guy.
Spirit Torment.
The Spirit Torment, yep. The Demon Prince did exactly what I thought he would do, and he did 3 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't charge my warriors because there's no sense in charging into bounty hunters.
No.
So if they want to get them, they're going to have to retreat away from the Demon Prince, which is fine. Yeah, all in all, a pretty good turn. So, yep, 10 to 12. Let's go ahead and get into the roll-off.
Ready? Ooh.
I gotta go.
You have to go.
I gotta go. So we'll be back for the top of Battle Round 4, Slaves of Darkness. Welcome back. This is the top of Battle Round 4. Just making sure that our camera wasn't dying. So I'm going to go ahead and take the turn. Let's get into my battle tactic, Michael. My battle tactic is going to be against the odds. I'll have the warriors on this objective at the end of the turn. I have 2 command points, and you have 2 command points. Go ahead.
And then on a 4-up now, because I'm within 6 inches of a hero, I take
Okay.
one of yours, and it becomes mine. Aww.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to try to get another command point, I think, because I think I'm going to need one.
Sure.
So let's go ahead and do that.
Nope. I'm going to try and get one with Reichner.
Okay.
He does.
Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and cast. Let's just cast let's do a nice little Arcane Bolt. That goes off on an 11.
Man, I forgot to do my Arcane Bolt again.
Or on a 10.
Okay. Let's try and deny.
Okay. So he's got an Arcane Bolt.
Okay. Let's go ahead and rally with that command point I just got.
Okay.
On the 1 unit that I can rally. Nothing.
Oh, it was a 6 too. It bounced off the box. That would have been a pretty good rally.
Yeah, it would have been nice to rally on the Spirit Host.
All right, let's go ahead and get into movement phase.
Is this where you want to unleash your Arcane Bolt though?
Yeah, I'm going to unleash Arcane Bolt.
Okay.
I'm just going to do it on Reichner.
Sure.
Okay, he takes 2 mortals.
Okay, let's push them.
Okay.
I need 2 3-ups or he dies.
Okay.
He's dead.
Okay, and then 1 goes to the host, right?
Yes.
Okay. I need to read Eye of the Gods because I just killed a hero with a Eye of the Gods hero. At the end of each phase, for each enemy hero or monster destroyed by a friendly Slaves of Darkness unit with the Eye of the Gods keyword, including those destroyed by an ability or spell used by that Slaves of Darkness unit, make a roll on the Eye of the Gods table.
Roll it.
It's at the end of movement phase.
Oh, at the end you?
Yeah, it says at the end of the movement, at the end of each phase.
Oh, okay.
And I popped the Arcane Bolt at the start of the phase, so you're gonna have to wait for a second. It's gonna be a secret. We'll find out who or what I get with my Eye of the Gods ability.
At the end of movement. David, you've completed your movement phase and I feel like everything's in the same spot.
Yeah, I could move, man. I didn't want to trigger any redeploy. I want to try to get into Blade Geists. I want to lift some little units that have been harassing me. Yeah, and nothing is really going to suffer a whole lot of damage because I'm going to activate the Chosen first and the rest of the units are just kind of pillow-fisted. So I'm just going to try to make the most of things right now and see what I can get done. Now, before we do anything, though, I need to roll on the Eye of the Gods table and see what happens.
Please, David, spawn it up.
All right, what are you going to do, Chaos Lord? That's a 5. I have no idea what that is. Let's find out. Michael, the next time this unit is affected by a spell cast by an enemy unit, roll a dice. On a 2+, ignore the effects of the spell on that unit. Okay, horses are going to charge their Slanesh, so they're +1. So I roll the lowest dice to a 4, and then they're +1, so that's an 8. Let's go ahead and move them in. The Chosen are going to choose. Let's see what happens. You get a 12.
Nice.
Okay, well, we know where they're going. Let me get them moved in. The Demon Prince is going to stomp. It happens. For 1.
Oh.
No!
saved
Your
it.
Seal of Shish. You would have saved it anyway, though. So.
Yep, for sure.
Okay, let's go ahead and get set up on the Chosen. I'm going to use a command point for all-out attack because it seems like the cool thing to do.
It does. All the kids are doing it.
All the kids are doing it nowadays. This is going to be 31 attacks, 2s and 3s.
Okay, we're going to discorporate.
Okay, makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, here's 25 attacks. We're going to do 6 more after this. Okay, and then they go back in because they're going to be wound rolls as well. Got a miss there. So 6 mortals so far. These are pretty evenly matched in damage output, I think, Michael. 20 Blade Geists with their smash damage versus...
I don't know. I think you take it with, I think you're more durable, you're more wounds.
Right, right.
And the fight twice.
Fight twice is good.
Yep.
Okay, so, I mean, they already did that, though, so they can't do it again. But you got 15 saves.
Okay, so we've already swung the wrong way a couple times. So I'm hoping that these 4s now swing my way.
Yes.
They did not. So 3, 6, yeah, they did.
Yeah, you take 20 damage, no, 18 damage. So you're not dead. That's a good thing.
18, 5 up saves.
Yeah, get it.
So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 guys go down.
Okay, I feel good with that, with your save and discorporate. That was pretty good. So you have 8 guys left.
Okay, let's activate with these terrible, terrible little spirit hosts.
Go Spirit Host.
Okay, they are getting +1 hit and +1 to wound,
Okay,
right? So that's cool. 3s and 3s.
okay.
Into the knights. Oh boy.
1 auto wound.
1 auto wound. 2 wounds, David. Overend.
I failed 1.
Suck it.
Take that damage. You'll take that damage and you'll like it. Oh, the Karkadrak. He's going to do 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. Make a save.
Saved it.
Okay, he's going to do 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. That's 2 mortal wounds in addition to normal damage.
Okay.
And 1 save.
Failed it.
That is D3 damage
Ugh.
for 2. So you got 4 damage total.
Need a 6. 3 6s.
Woo!
Taking 1 damage.
Very nice. And then the mount, I'm gonna look the mount up real quick. This is 4s and 3s. 2. And then 3s. Make a save.
Failed it.
2 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
1 little chain gas still alive.
On a wound.
He gonna get you.
That's pretty good. All right.
Let's go ahead and over here.
Okay, let's do the hex race.
So we have 1 horse out because I don't want to pull your knights in.
Yep.
So we have 6 attacks. With the hex rays, 1 auto. Let's see. 2 snip. And then 3s. Okay, so take 5 at -1.
Fail 1.
All right, single damage.
Okay.
And then from the little hooves.
Oh, you're going into the Demon Prince, right?
Yes.
Okay,
For sure.
I was giving wounds to the Karkadrak. He's got a 6-up ward, so
Okay, 1 second.
you know my mento.
And then 3 more saves, no rend.
I failed another one,
Okay.
so I've got 2 ward saves.
Ooh,
Save
got
them
him.
Okay, I'll fight back with him because the Spirit Host has already fought.
Yep.
So let's do 5 attacks, 4 hits,
Nice.
and then this is 3s to wound. 2 wounds.
Cool. Saved 1, failed 1.
2 damage.
All right, so another horse goes down.
Okay, Spirit Torment. It's going to fight into the Chosen.
3 attacks, 3s, and then he's going to wound on 2s.
You're going to wound on 3s because they're -1 to wound.
3s and 3s then.
Nice hit.
And 3s. 2 wounds, rend 2.
Okay, goes for Ren 1 because of eroding icons. This is 4s. Failed him.
2 damage piece.
Nice.
They have a 6-up ward.
Oh yeah, thank you. Didn't matter.
Yep, that was from their start of like their first roll, whatever their Eye of the God thingy was, right?
Yes.
Can 3 knights kill 1 spirit host?
I think so. Let's do 3, 6, 10 attacks. 4s and 3s. Make 6 saves.
Come on, 4s, don't fail me now. Okay, they may have failed me.
8 damage.
Yeah, he's toast. He's dead.
Okay.
Removes them up.
Boop. All right, let's go take a look at the Blade Geists.
Blade Geist. We have 8 guys there, so 16 attacks.
Okay.
We're gonna hit on 3s. And we're gonna wound on 3s because we go +1, -1.
Yep. 3s and 3s.
3s and 3s.
Some auto wounds in there.
3 autos. Pretty okay. And then let's go 3s here. That was not great. Take 6 saves. The Ren 1, which you ignore, correct?
Yeah, so we're on 3s. I failed 4 of them.
Jesus.
So take 4 damage.
Yep.
Okay, take 4 damage.
We'll bring back 3, and then we will auto pass morale.
Okay.
Hit. Yep, that's my last command point to auto pass morale.
Okie dokie, let's go ahead and get on the hero cam and score me up.
Slaves to Darkness have completed their turn. David, how did you score?
I scored 4 points.
Yep.
I'm literally a millimeter away from capping that objective. Not even a millimeter.
Because you control this, but I made that one a proving ground.
And you already had control of it. Yeah.
Correct, Mundo.
Yeah, so that was a really good play. I had to take the double turn. I had to go into the Blade Geists. I'm bummed that there's 11 of them now, and there's probably going to be more of them later. So that was rough, but it was a good try. So yeah, what are we going to do? Oh, I'm sorry. Points. I scored 4, so it's 16-10 right now.
Yes.
Okay. What are you going to do for your battle tactic?
We're going to try for eye for an eye and kill something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you can do that. You got some tools.
Yep.
Cool. And what are you going to do for your heroic?
Heroic, I'm going to try and get a command point with Kurdos. This is on a 2-up.
Okay.
Yep. You get one command point.
Okay. I'll try to get a command point with my general. Nope.
Let's cast. I have 1 cast.
Okay.
We're going to try and do Spectral Lure from the Guardian.
Very nice.
6. It just barely goes off, but you're going to deny it. Here it comes.
Master of Magic.
It's denied.
Unbound.
You never get Spectral Lure off. It never happens. That's it for hero. We can move right into movement.
All right, we'll see you in a minute. Michael, we're back from your movement phase. Tell me what you did starting with the Blade Geist revs.
Blade Guy's revs fell back just a few inches. The Guardian and the Spirit Torment.
Yep.
The Guardian moved backwards 3 inches so that the Knights didn't redeploy onto this objective.
Which was smart.
The Knights, they redeployed and surrounded the General to protect him.
Yeah, more than anything, that was to get 5 inches away, 5 inches farther away from the Blade Geist Revenants, but it also kind of helps protect my general a little bit.
This Chain Gas fell back. He fell out of combat. And then we have some Hex Wraiths over here, standing on the point. They're looking at a charge. Our Banshees and our Spirit Hosts are standing on the point. The Spirit Hosts ran to cap that point, and the Banshees just walked so that they can look at a 9-inch charge. And then Kurdos is going to see if he can eat some horses.
All right, let's go ahead and get into charges. I've zoomed out a little bit here so you can see the spread. So Michael wants to have his easy out for his battle tactic and kill some horses, but if he fails, he can go into the Chosen, so he has options. Let's see what he gets.
Okay, here we go. Let's go with the Blade Geist. It's an 8.
Okay, 8's good.
Okay, let's go into the Chosen.
Okay, we're gonna go into the Chosen. Okay, Michael has finished his charge. He's gonna do Mortals on 5s with this unit. He's got 11 dice.
Okay, so that's 5 Mortals.
4 damage.
Let's go in with the Hex Wraiths.
Nice. I feel like that's good for a -1 to save.
That is good for a -1 to save. All right, on 2-up, we'll do D3 Mortals. 1 Mortal.
5 up. Shrug it.
Nice. Let's try this long charge back here with these Banshees. They need a 9 to get into that guy. Nope. Kurdos charging in.
The Craven King.
6. Okay, now we'll -1 to hit on the knights.
Chain gas.
Chain gas. Let's see, so a 7 is just another -1 to hit. I can't do any more, which means I don't want it.
All right, charges are done. Let's go ahead and get into activations. All right, Michael is going to activate into the Chosen. They are -1 to wound, but he's +1 to wound, and they're reducing his Rend by 1, but they're -1 to their save. So you're gonna be +1 to hit, regular wound profile, and I'm gonna be regular save.
$16 wounds.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 4 ups.
4 ups.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10 damage. 8 damage. Pretty good pop.
Not nearly enough.
All right, Michael, all 3 horses can attack into Kurdos because of their double range, but I only have 1 horse. Let's not do all-out attack. I'm just going to swing. So 5s. Did okay with that. 3s. Make 2 saves.
Hoop. Save 1, fail 1.
Okay, you got a ward.
6.
5s.
Just from the hooves.
4. 1 wound.
Saved it.
Okay, took a damage. Michael, I am going to do an all-out defense on the horses.
Okay. So let's go with the lances. Let's see, too far for the +1 to hit. And then 3s. So 3 wounds. Rend 1.
Okay, I'm -1 to my save, so I went to a 3, now I'm back to a 4. Fail 2.
And then the hooves. Two.
Saved him.
Okay.
Chosen fighting into the Blade Geists. Got 6 attacks. This is 3s and 3s. I'm not -1 to hit, so make 3 saves.
4s. Failed 2.
Okay, those are 3 damage. So you've got 6 damage.
Failed them all.
Okay.
All right, Kurdos. All of our hopes and dreams are with Kurdos. 2s. 1 on a wound.
Nice.
And then 2s. Okay, they all wound. These are Rend 3.
Okay, 6s. 12 damage, correct?
Okay, yes.
Okay, they're dead.
You did it, everybody. So
I'm gonna pile in with the Karkadrak. And let's see what he can do. 4 attacks, 3s and 3s. Make 1 save.
4. Failed it.
2 damage.
6s. Save 1, failed 1.
Okay, and then we got 3 attacks with the Demon Bound Blade.
Okay.
Everything hits. Nothing. And then we've got 4 Tearing Horns and Claws. Make 2 saves.
Save 1, failed 1.
Okay. That's 2 damage.
Save 1, failed 1.
Okay, a whopping 3 damage.
Yep. Let's see, at the end of combat, we bring back 3 Blade Geists,
Okay.
and we spend our CP to auto pass morale.
Okay, I cannot auto pass morale, and I lost 4. We're good. Well, that was an effective turn, Michael. Let's get onto the hero cam and score you up. Michael, we're back from your turn. How many points do you score, buddy?
I did my 5. I hold 1, 2, and more, and I completed my battle tactic of eye for an eye. So that puts me up to what, 15 to
15 to 16.
15 to 16.
So I'm up by 1 point.
But we're looking at it, and it looks like Nighthaunt is in a pretty commanding position. So we're going to do the roll off and then we might cut off camera, do some math hammer, and then we might just get to the wrap up.
Yep, absolutely. So let's
see
go
what
ahead and do
happens.
the roll off.
Whoop.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take the turn. We're gonna figure out how many points I can score this turn, and then we're gonna let Michael do his turn, and then we'll be right back for the final score.
All right, Wargamers, we are here for the wrap up. We did a little math hammer. We did roll a little bit of dice off screen to figure out how it all shook out. David, walk us through what happened.
I scored 5 points in my final turn. I completed my battle tactic of this one's mine. I killed Kurdos the Craven King with the Karkadrak.
Yep.
I moved my Demon Prince to the back objective, rolled a 10-inch charge, killed the Chain Ghast and the Guardian of Souls. You made the middle one a proving ground, so I moved my warriors over, nabbed the middle objective with a couple warriors, so I got 1, 2 more.
Yep.
In your turn, you did gaining momentum. You retreated 1 Hex Wraith onto the far side objective, and then you killed the 2 Chosen, completing your battle tactic for 5.
Yep.
So at that point, the score was 20 to 21.
Right.
Because we had both scored 5 and you were behind by a point, and then you scored your battle tactic, so you won the game by 2 points.
Yep.
Very narrow loss to the Slaves to Darkness. There were a couple things that went good and a couple things that went a little sideways during the battle. So we're going to get into the wrap up. If you're still with us, thank you so much for taking time to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We appreciate comments more than anything so we can speak with the community. So Michael, let's go ahead and get into the wrap up. Go ahead and talk about your shining moments first, and then I'll talk about kind of how my game went.
So shining moment was, Kurdos, he finally did something for me.
He did. He hits pretty hard.
He hit hard.
Yeah, he kind of chews through armor, which is nice.
He did it consistently. Like I used him kind of as this like disposable bully, and like put him on the front lines and was like, screw it, let's send him. He sucks.
And you were smart in Battle Round 2, whenever you dropped him or whatever, you were really smart putting him behind a screen and then waiting to hop him over and actually do some damage with him, which was really fun to see. Yeah, he's great.
He was awesome, and it was so nice to see him finally go off because I've misused him so many times.
Yeah.
And then it was also really cool to see my Knight of Shrouds. He was able to like, hey boys, let's go in, and like he fought, and they lifted those knights, and you and I were both surprised.
I think the debuffs and the fight first activations were really interesting in this game. You know what I mean? You were like chain activating. I chain activated 4 units at one point. Demon Prince, Karkadrak, blah 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 blah. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. But here's the real question, man: are you gonna give MVP to Kurdos, the Craven King?
Kurdos finally gets MVP.
Okay.
Yay!
Yes. You've had that model for 5 years, and now he's MVP. So that's really exciting. Yeah. Who's LVP in your list? Who would you give it to?
The Grimhaler.
Yeah, the Grimhaler kind of got his stuff kicked in. Yep.
I mean, he lifted a unit, or he helped finish off a unit, and then I did use him as a screen, and he took the brunt of an entire.
Yes.
Like he took multiple activations.
He did. He passed off wounds to the spirit hosts, and the spirit host didn't die all the way, and he didn't die all the way.
And then he got to fight.
Right. So yeah, and then this is when things kind of went sideways. So we'll kind of segue into how my game went. So in turn 3, I wanted to kill Reichnor the Grimhaler for some reason. It wasn't really for my battle tactic or anything. I just wanted to get rid of him.
To kill him.
So I casted an Arcane Bolt, did get rid of him at that point, which was nice. Still locked in combat with the Karkadrak though, so it didn't really open up a whole lot of opportunity for me. And then I bring the Chosen into the Blade Geist. So 2 big things went wrong. I should have cast Horghast, that's why I took it. So I could put it right next to your Blade Geists. Then when I do all the damage, they can't pass Battle Shock and they die.
Right.
And they would have died.
Yep.
For that reason, and then the second reason is my Chosen were bounty hunters, and I forgot completely. So they would have taken an extra 8 damage, turned into 5 damage after your ward, so you would have been down to 3 Blade Geists instead of 8, and then it just kind of snowballs from there.
Right.
So lifting that unit completely would have changed the game completely, so it's hard to tell exactly how it would have went because we can't really retro something like that. So it just goes to show that even if you play lots of games, it sometimes happens that you forget your rules. But that's okay. That's on me. I still had a fantastic game, and it was still a 2-point game, man.
It was still close. And it's like, in that kind of situation, usually I'm pretty okay with retroing. But at that point, it was so far
Yeah,
beyond.
we were in the middle of the next turn. You'd already retreated, charged,
There was
blah, blah,
nothing
blah,
we
blah,
could do.
Yeah, so it's all good. That kind of stuff happens. I'm going to give MVP to the Chosen because they killed multiple units and they would have killed the biggest threat had I remembered that they were bounty hunters and played a little bit differently. So I'll give it to them. And then for LVPs, I'm going to go with the Therodons.
The Therodons were not.
Yeah, well, you got to let them hit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were super debuffed, and you fought with 3 units into them, and they died.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're going to be LVP. The Knights are strong. The Demon Princes are fun. They're kind of cool. I don't like how weak sauce their attacks are, but I like that you can ignore Battle Shock, and I like that they have mobility, and I like that this one can be a monster with 14 wounds.
Monster with 14 wounds is pretty cute.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, he just turns into a little tank. He's not going to do you any damage, but he's 5 on objective. So.
Just wish they were like a couple more attacks or
Yeah.
a little bit higher rend.
Even
or
if they just
like
still had the
something.
Malefic Talons, say 4 attacks instead of 8 on the Malefic Talons, no rend, 2 damage, just to do a little bit more trickle damage. The Karkadrak is super good. I could take 2 of those in 20 nights and have a lot of fun. I mean, he just kind of does everything. He helps you chain units together when they're fighting. He does impact hits. He's chunky. He's got a 5-up mortal wound save, and he has Eye of the Gods, which is great. I rolled Eye of the Gods 3 times with him today. So yeah, really fantastic game, man.
So we've been having a lot of fun playing Slaves to Darkness. But they haven't been winning, right?
Right, yeah, I'm interested to see what happens when the Battle Tome drops and some more experienced competitive players kind of take them to tournaments and see how they do. I have done 3 different loadouts of Host of the Everchosen. I've done Despoilers today. I knew Despoilers wasn't going to be as punchy as Host of the Everchosen and not quite as tanky because you miss out on that second Ensorcelled Banner, and also you don't have the 5-up rally. So it's a trade-off to take a couple Demon Princes that have a couple cute little abilities, but I still think that Host of the Everchosen or Knights of the Empty Throne is where it's going to lie. With Knights of the Empty Throne sub-faction, anything that has a mount can run and charge.
Yeah, that's
significant. Yeah, so that's significant. Yeah, once again, a couple 2 5-man of Knights, 1 10-man of Knights, and 2 Karkadraks would do a pretty good Alpha Strike type army.
Yep.
You can put up some cheap screens in front of them. So I definitely think there's some play to them. With the collection that I have currently, I've had a hard time configuring an army that's going to do especially well. Especially the type of matchups that we've given them have been pretty tough. Playing into really good Iron Jaws player, playing into Pure Dragons, playing into Skaven with lots and lots of mortal wound output, so on and so forth. This was an even matchup, I think. However, just making a couple little mistakes can definitely swing the tide of battle. But it was a wonderful game, man. And I commend you for playing your Nighthaunt so well. You are a great Nighthaunt player, and yeah, you just always do good with them. So
yeah, I do love my Nighthaunt. You can't just alpha strike with them, but being cagey.
Yeah.
And being very particular about your movement, they are very rewarding to play. And I know we have a bunch of Nighthaunt players in the Discord, and they love seeing them too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, I think that is it for today, right?
Yep, lots of fun stuff on the way. I'm looking off camera at the fully painted and based Iron Jaws army that is ready to go on.
Right.
Michael's going to get into some Sons of Behemoth. We've got Ogres, Seraphon, Caradron Overlords, and whatever else we decide to buy, because this year we are going to collect every army in the line, and then we're going to start filling them out so we can play lots of different games. You guys can see what's fun, what's not fun, what you like, what you want to bring to a tournament, all that good stuff. So until the next time, we'll see you in another Battle Report.
See you next week.